Now, I think I have to explain a bit about what Sandra was talking about. I met Sandra online as part of the Nerd Girls group, where we both more or less joined.
It was no dating people.
Yes. We more or less joined at the same time, and I'd never really met her, but at a certain time I tweeted that I was going to Switzerland for a job for a couple of days, and she saw my tweet and invited me for dinner. And she took me out for a very nice dinner on top of a hill. I call it a mountain, she calls it a hill. I got sick during the dinner and felt really queasy, and she said, feeling sorry, okay, I'll drive you home. Feeling queasy in his little smart car in the mountains in Switzerland is not a good idea because you can't stop. So you kind of guessed it. I puked over her car the first time I met her. And she did tease me, so if you see a tweet of her saying, Femke, there's nice roads up here. Yeah, that's okay, so I'm not talking about that actually. Let's start again. Hello, my name is Femke Goedhart and I'm a New York Giants fan. I was expecting that, but I'm still here. Now, I'm not a likely fan because I'm from the one country that doesn't do NFL or American football at all. I mean, we don't do anything. I can't see any of the games. We don't have any teams in the Netherlands. NFL tried to start a team in Amsterdam, and for 2 years long, they didn't get more than 1,000 people per game in a country that has 16 million people. So really, it's not a popular sport at all. And I don't get it, or I didn't get it. Until I came home after Lotussphere 2012, where I just met Mitch for the first time, really. And I love the guy. And he tweeted, while I was on my way home, that he was going to be all about the New York Giants because they made Super Bowl. And I said, okay, well if you're going to be all about New York Giants and Super Bowl, then you better explain the rules to me because I have no clue what it's all about. He took that challenge. I wasn't expecting that. But for the next 2 weeks, he and Bilyk taught me the rules of American football. And I loved it. Because I love structure and I love figuring out how things work. I do it in my work, I do it in my private life. I love figuring out what makes organizations or processes tick. And American football is a great process to learn about, especially if you have no clue about it, like me. To give you an example, one of the things Mitch tried to do to me over a Skype call was to explain the whole divisions and conferences system. And that's the little yellow post-it. I was scribbling notes while he was talking. And then I took a picture of it and I sent it over to him because we were on Skype call saying, is this correct? And he was. So after 2 weeks, I attended my first Super Bowl party ever. Not in real life because I was in the Netherlands and for me it was midnight while it was 6 o'clock here. I did it virtual through Google Hangouts. So on a Sunday night, I spent 6 hours watching my laptop with a Google Hangouts, in which I could see Mitch pacing behind his couch up and down. He will not sit down, believe me. I could see some of the others, because I wasn't alone in that Google Hangout. There was Mary Beth, Matt Newman from Australia, and a couple of others. And we had a great time, because we were all in our own living room, just enjoying this game and watching it. I wasn't watching it on Dutch TV, by the way, because they didn't broadcast it. I had to go to BBC, the English Broadcasting Center, to actually see it. Now what's all this? I am still a fan. And when I get to Lotussphere, I play in the Soccer Saturday. Because of me, we actually have an NFL half hour at the end, where we play flag football. And I think I'm probably the only girl that ever played it here, but yeah, I love playing it. And I'm horrible at it because I get the rules, I can't play it. So, why does this inspire me? Well, in a way, it does really inspire me. What inspires me is structure. And one of the things that I did, for instance, over Christmas holiday last year, was create this infographic that's on the right there. Just trying to see, can I understand the rules and can I translate that into something else? And I think it turned out pretty okay. I had Mitch proof check it, of course, before I posted it, because I wanted to make sure it was good. But what else was important, actually, was Mitch's and Bill's enthusiasm. That got me to really enjoy this thing. It's not just about the game, it's about being part of this group of people that really love what they're doing. And that brings me to the first thing that was really important. this is about community for me. Because when I was at that Lotus Sphere in 2012, for the first time ever, I felt at home and in a place where I could be completely me, with all my little quirks, all my weird things, all my weird fascinations. I could play American football on the beach here and not care. My colleagues, when I get here, tell me it's like you're on a cloud of adrenaline and you don't come down until you come back. And that's true, that's me. And for me, NFL and the New York Giants are more or less like a sign of that. So yes, I'm a New York Giants fan and I love being here.